Hi, my name is Will Nunziata, New York City-based director and creator of theater, television, and film, and also a proud Phoenix Global Artist Ambassador. Today, I'm thrilled to be speaking to truly a 21st century Renaissance man in this business, and he is still in his early 20s. He's a singer, a songwriter, a dancer, an instructor. He's incredible. His name, BYRON FREEMAN. For more on BYRON, you can read more about him right below this video. But in the meantime, here is a sneak peek at BYRON's original tune, Joyride. BYRON, how are you?
Hello, Will. Good morning. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. And I'm so excited that the audience got a little sneak peek of your original song, Joyride. BYRON, I want to know, how did you come up with the concept for that song?
Okay, so it's so funny you mentioned that. I usually write songs by myself, and Joyride was the first song that I invited other collaborators to come into my process, and like we all heard the beat together. And when I say all, it was myself as the singer. I wanted another artist who was a rapper on it, so there was supposed to be a rapper, and he brought a friend, and that friend was like a arranger and like came up with a few things or whatever. And so I recorded that song back in November 2019 and had a version of it with a rap artist on it and all these things. And the only reason why I wanted a rapper on it, because I kind of had a vision of making joy and ride be like a compound word, and I was going to be like the joy and the singer, and he was supposed to be like the ride as like the rapper. But it never ended up going that way because he's not on the song anymore. And I think that's really the only story I have about it. It was just me wanting to find artists to make a fun song with. And funny enough, I'm the only one on it now.
Well, BYRON, what I love so much about you too is that you really are a Renaissance man. You know, not only are you a great singer-songwriter, but you're a dancer, and I just feel like you have an overwhelming understanding of artistry and like the full concept. And you've gotten to not only as a full on a well-rounded entertainer perform yourself, but you've gotten to perform alongside some of our industry's best. I mean, you know, everyone from Yolanda Adams to Cynthia Erivo to Kenny Rogers. I mean, hello.
Yeah. Oh my God. Even it's so funny talking about it now because I realized that I don't talk about it. You know, like I have those things listed on websites and resumes, and it's just like you go back and you read them and you're like, oh wow, like okay,
You did that thing. But BYRON, I'm gonna, you know, also say is the fact that yes, you did that thing, but also like you belong in that company.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Now, I have a question. Being a theater director myself, in addition to obviously I see Cynthia Erivo, and like, you know, I remember seeing her in Color Purple and I was like, well, she's got the it factor. I want to know what it was like working with theater composer Michael John LaCusa, and in what capacity did you work with him?
Oh, wow. Yes, that was an amazing experience. So I graduated BFA musical theater from Pace University in
Awesome.
2018. So I have a bunch of musical theater that I love. And my last semester of college in 2018, Michael John LaCusa was the artist in residence at Pace. And he ended up doing a workshop full of music and work that have been eliminated or omitted from shows or never seen the light of day. It was called Michael John LaCusa's Dead Babies. So I have a song right now in my book no one else has in the
Only
world,
you.
only me. And it is one song that I sing all the time. I love working with that song because Michael John LaCusa knows what this is. Like his music and the way he story tells, like he just knows how to line things up to get the best result, I feel.
I agree 5,000%. I mean, look at Michael John LaCusa, for people who don't know who he is, needs to look him up like yesterday. There is something so not only once in a generation about him, but talk about someone who's able to capture the human condition like no other composer. And well, look, and I'm talking to a once in a generation artist, Byron. You know, you unapologetically traverse so many genres. I want to know, as an artist, you know, obviously we were all going through this horrible, horrific pandemic time, but I want to know, as an artist, what it's activated for you.
Mm. Um, wow. One thing it has activated mostly is putting health first. You know, health is first. We don't have anything if we don't have health. I can't be sitting here with you. I couldn't perform. I couldn't have gone to Pace, any of those things without health first. And I think that really activated a huge awareness in my mind and my artistry, because like I'm always being a smarter singer, a smarter dancer, more healthy, sleeping and getting rest and not eating certain things that are going to bother my body, really washing my hands, because not even about COVID, but a sickness bothers me to do what I love to do. And I'm so depressed when I can't do that, you know? So that activated it. And specifically, showing me more than ever how the show must go on and when the show must go on and why the show must go on. That sentiment has been so activated through COVID, because us in this industry, we've been like, what do we do? How do we turn around? How do we come back? But you see that we are literally right here, right now on video chat, as opposed to booking a New York meeting and spending time trying to find when we're going to do that. It's been showing us that we can really get it going if by any means, you know, like.
I agree with you. I agree with you. I mean, I want to also yes and you for a moment and say that I actually feel very similar to you about health, all types of health. Obviously, mental health is something that has been beautifully displayed, and the importance of that through, you know, such amazing athletes such as Simone Biles and Naomi Osaka. But that, you know, it's okay to admit that you're not okay. But on top of that, I've also leaned into this whole notion, and Byron, I don't know if you agree or not, but this whole notion of disease and dis-ease. If as artists we are meant to create, I think we are best to create when we're at somewhat of ease, even if it's about the dis-ease. And so I think to have a sound instrument, it's important for us to really focus on self-care.
Yeah. Oh wow, I love that. Disease and dis-ease.
I should trademark it, Byron.
You should. That is a coin right there. Patent that. Okay.
No, but you know, you're basically saying the same thing. But listen, I want to know what's up next for you. I know it's such a tricky time, but you know, in addition to what you do as a performer, correct me if I'm wrong, you are also giving away your talent in another way. But you give dance classes, correct?
I am. I have been running the mill as a dance fitness instructor since graduation. I like ended up going viral doing Beyonce's Coachella performance. I posted the video the day after she performed. So everybody was like, whoa, like, how did you learn it this fast and everything like that? What people didn't know is I, since 4 years old, have been learning famous choreography on the television screen and regurgitating it. And that is how I got involved in the arts in general. I started dancing from learning choreo. Then my older brother noticed that I was like retaining it well and told my parents, like, we need to put him in class because he's watching this and not even learning it and doing it at 5 and 6 as the years went on. And thus it spiraled into learning music and learning theater. But it all started from there. So now I teach those dance classes. I do Beyonce, Backstreet Boys, Pussycat Dolls, Justin Bieber, like literally the whole canon.
You are giving me 90s, early 2000 vibes. And if I could move, I could pull out a Pussycat Doll dance that will horrify and traumatize, but you know I'll commit, Byron.
And that's my thing. I do all levels, all ages, and I make sure people feel comfortable, fun, and slay Beyonce. Like I always say, fun first, slay after. You know, you put it
look
here.
Wait, talk about trademarking. I'm with my dis-ease. Hello, trademark that, baby.
I have to. I'm working on it. And you know, I'm like,
I know, we got to work the brand. Byron, listen, I could speak with you forever, my friend. You are a star. I cannot wait for our paths to cross. You are incredible. Only the Hudson River separates us. Once this mess lifts a little bit, let's grab a coffee on 57th Street. And I'm so excited to have gotten to meet you. Thank you, Byron.
Yes, thank you so much, Will.
Age, artists and bands struggle to make a living. In fact, only a small number of artists can live off their craft. For the 98% of artists that don't have the luxury of being signed to a label, it's tough. But artists deserve to live off their art. Wherever you are around the world, appreciation of music does not change. FENIX brings bands and their fans together, whilst allowing bands to properly monetize their passion. The FENIX app will directly connect bands and fans with no need for middlemen. We're utilizing the blockchain to give the power back to the artist once and for all. Join FENIX, join the change.